agreement with Walmart. I promised that I wouldn't mention their name, all right? So if I tell the story, that's it. So I was at the house the other day, and I decided I needed to go out and buy something. And ladies, you understand that men go buying, right? Men go shopping. I mean, you guys go on a shopping spree. You make all this. You dot your I's with little hearts. With men, it's like a military covert operation. We go in behind enemy lines, we get the 3 or 4 things we need, we get out before we talk to anybody, don't make eye contact, and sure as shit, we don't need a list. Alright? I guarantee if you see a guy with a list in any store, well, except cigars, porn, and liquor, I mean, those go without saying, you know. If you see a guy with a list in any store, I guarantee there's some chick in the parking lot with his balls in her purse. Alright? And if you don't believe me, next time you see a guy, go up and ask him. You know, he's come and say, nice list. Wife's got your balls, right? Yeah. In her purse? Yeah. But she said I can have them back when we get home. But I digress. So, I was walking out the door and I was going to go buy something. You know, I was heading to the store. Alright? And my starter wife says to me, honey, your kids need underwear. Because that's how my starter wife always sounded to me inside my head. Alright, so I'm thinking, you know, that's not bad. I can remember that. That's 2 things. So I go into the store. Alright. And I get behind enemy lines and I get my items and I get up to the cashier and I'm standing there and I'm thinking, you know, my sweet tooth's kind of acting up, so I lay my items down there. And the cashier looks at the items, looks back at me, looks down at the items, and looks back at me and gives me this ruling look. So I look back at her and I look down and I look back up and I just realized that I bought zip clips, little boys' underwear, and a bag of Tootsie Rolls. So as we're waiting on the police to show up, hence the plea agreement, it came to me, have you guys ever went out and bought a bunch of shit you didn't need just to hide that one item that you wanted to get out of there with? So the other day I'm in the same store. Alright. Went up to the same cashier, I laid my items down. She looks at them, looks at me, I look back at her, she looks down at them. She checks me out, she goes, okay, that'll be 1 case of oil, 2 cans of cream corn, 1 Barney DVD, a 3-speed mixer, and 1 extra large butt plug. That'll be $127.50. And I'm thinking in the back of my head, sweet, I got out of there with that Barney DVD and no one noticed. Smooth. So we just finished up Halloween. October is my favorite month of the year. It's the one month when I can dress my kids up in the, you know, the really good clothes and we go out to the big house out on the edge of town. The real big scary one, you know, it's got zombies walking around and dead bodies laying there. You guys know the one I'm talking about? The nursing home? Well, I did have to go see my mummy. Oh, come on. You had to see that joke coming. It was right there. I had to take it. Don't feel sorry for my parents. Growing up, my parents were mean. A lot of times they were just downright unsupportive. One time I was about 9 years old and I got the calling duty for the pitcher. I was the opening pitcher. My mom was sitting right in front, right there on the bleacher. And, you know, I'm trying to pitch and I'm not doing very good. And this guy's sitting there and he's just giving me all kinds of crap, you know. He's like, sit the little bastard down. You suck. We want a pitcher, not a belly itcher. You know, all the classics, right? And I'm looking at my mom, I'm like, come on, Mom, help me out. I'm your firstborn, something. And this guy starts cussing like a sailor with Tourette's syndrome. You know, he's just blowing me all kinds of crap. And finally I couldn't take it. I'm like, Mom, please tell Dad to shut up. Just me. You know, I remember one year he went out back, fired the shotgun off, came back in and told my brother and I Santa Claus just committed suicide. I mean, I don't know how it was at your house. We got in trouble. He would say, you know, go stand in the middle of the road. I'm going to back the car out. Just go out there. So it's just me. And my mother loved to get in on the act too. Now, ladies, you guys understand that men are combat warriors. Dad used to come home, stomp our butt, and go on. You women practice the dark art of psychological warfare. You just wait until your father gets home. You know how long a day can be when you're knowing you're getting an ass whooping at the end of it? So I'm sitting in the room, you know, and I hear my dad come in, and he comes in, he's like, I'm home. And I heard Mom say, you know, you need to go beat Raymond. And as God is my witness, I swear on a stack of comic books this tall, he said the scariest thing I ever heard in my life. Okay. The man never even asked why. He just, okay, come on down. As he walked in, he lightly kissed me on both cheeks and leaned over and he says, Don Mama says hello. And I realized, my parents were the fucking mafia. My dad was just muscle. Mom was the brains of the group. She's the capo. My dad was nothing but a hitman. Oh, that kind of explains the My Little Pony under the horse blanket, doesn't it? Thank you. Good night.